think the score itself is reflective of the way this project has been done. Okay, everything about this project has had scientific underpinning. There's been research papers written, well over 100 research papers on different things. So this project could probably be the blueprint for the future. Okay, it's hard when you're doing it for the first time, but the projects that will follow onto Cardano's blueprint, they will probably benefit the most. Okay, probably not for Cardano, but those that are going to adopt the same blueprint, they'll benefit the most. Guys, what do you think? Do you think ADA is a good coin to hold? Do you think Cardano is a project to hold? Okay, do you think it's got a future? Do you think 90 out of 130 is an accurate reflection of what you view Cardano to be as a project, as a blockchain? Comments down below. Okay, guys, don't forget to click like and subscribe, as well as smash that notification bell. Okay, let's get started. The project we're going to look at today is Cardano. Project token is ADA. Hi, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are. This is FD for Search 5, back again with another video looking at doing your own research, DYOR, on alternative altcoins to invest in when you're just joining the crypto space for the first time. Are you new to crypto? Are you finding the crypto space confused? Even those who've been in the space for a long time, they had to go through the same phase as you are going through now. So don't you worry. I'm trying to share my experiences with you guys so that you can learn from my mistakes and also copy, from those methods or strategies I used to win. Okay? And I'm going to share it all here. Okay? Guys, also be aware that anything I'm sharing with you tonight is not financial advice. It's all meant for entertainment purposes only, as well as educational. Okay? It's all about learning and having fun whilst you're doing it. Okay, so about my background, I am coming from medical technology space. I've got a couple of executive roles within the medical technology space. As a side note, one of the things I'm very keen on myself, coming from medical technology space where regulatory oversight is on steroids. I'm considering seriously any solutions, technologies that are focusing on traceability, because we need to trace the raw material we're using, components, and they need to be audited, or the verification process will need to be audited by external auditors as well. So that is one thing I know for sure. I'll be borrowing quite a few ideas from blockchain, but I'm also bringing different ideas from the other side, like world or medical technology space, into the crypto space. Okay, so my objective is to try and evaluate the risk profile of alternative, investments within the crypto space. So if you're new, when you're joining the crypto space for the first time, you may find out that it's all confusing because there is an avalanche of information, data, opinions. Okay, So when you are coming to crypto space, you're probably just coming in for Bitcoin. That's all you've heard of, or that's all the mass media out there is talking about. And if you're slightly well informed, you might be aware of Ethereum, the beast of the crypto space, due to the amount of dApps and projects that are being built on it. Okay, but there is more to the space. Okay, it's not all about Bitcoin. If anyone ever tells you that, stop listening to them, switch them off, cancel them if you have to. Crypto is not all about Bitcoin. Okay, there are thousands. Okay, I think at this moment you're probably looking at tens of thousands of assets, digital assets that you can invest in. So the angle I'm bringing into the space, guys, is to apply what's called a DYOR evaluation tool. Okay, with that tool, DYOR just means do your own research. Okay, that's what it stands for. Okay, so by applying a DYOR risk evaluation tool or kit that I developed, through my own experiences, it allows you to filter some of the projects that might lead you to misfortunes of losing all the investments. Okay, it's quite possible. Every digital asset, including Bitcoin, can go to zero. Okay, so the tool or the evaluation kit I've developed over several months looks at the basic elements, okay, that can aid your research and your investment capacity as an individual, because someone is going to lose and someone is going to win. Okay, so what you're trying to do here is to set yourself up so that you win most of the time, not all the time, but most of the time. Okay, that's what I'm trying to do with this risk evaluation tool or that I call DYOR Risk Evaluation Tool for alternative, crypto assets, okay, apart from Bitcoin, okay? So this is how it works. I identified 13 elements that I thought were the basis for any investment, okay? So if you include these, or if you cover these 13 elements when you on your journey to making a digital asset investment, research, you'll have done enough to cover your, to cover your investments, okay? That still might not be enough, okay? You may still lose your investment, but it gives you some confidence, some peace of mind that at least you yourself has done some research into the assets or into the portfolio about investing, okay? So the 13 elements are rated 1 to 10, 1 being the minimum, 10 being the maximum, okay? And also, this is not financial advice. Make sure you do your own research, okay? You can use the tools that I'm trying to share with you today to do your own research so that you make sound decisions, okay? The 13 elements: decentralization, security, scaling, interoperability, project team, social media, i.e. Twitter, and then social media, i.e. Discord, age of the project, use cases, tokens issued at project launch, tokens in circulation at any point in time, maximum tokens available overall, and then insiders, how many in terms of holding do they have as a proportion of the maximum or tokens in circulation, okay? With that as well, you need to consider things like vesting schedule. Is there a timetable, okay, that will manage and limit the rate at which tokens are, put on the market by those closely linked to the project, okay? Anyway, so once you've applied those, against any project, we then look at a scale, which I call a ranking or risk levels, okay? The risk level works on the basis of multiplying the maximum score available, which is 10. Multiply that by 13 elements, you get maximum of 130. So if a project gets 130, that's ace. That's what you are working towards, okay? That's what you're looking for, okay? So the lowest or the highest risk level is from 0 to 64 out of 130, and we call that a no-go, and we use red to indicate the risk level, okay? And then we've got 65 points to 89 points out of 130. It could go to 0. We use a tan we use tan or orange, okay? And then 90 to 109 out of 130, its potential is the third level, okay? Then the highest level, which is what you're seeking, the best level for you to invest in, okay? It's 110 points to 130 out of 130 points, and we call that go for it. Proceed with caution, but it's relatively safe, okay, compared to the other projects, okay? And that is in green, okay? Go for it. That's what you're looking for. Okay, let's get started. The project we're going to look at today is Cardano. Project token is ADA, okay? There are 45 billion coins of ADA available, okay? At the moment, there are around 33 to 34 billion coins, okay, in circulation, okay? Cardano was founded by a former founder of Ethereum, Charles Hoskinson. So when he left Ethereum, he went on to create Cardano, and Cardano launched in 2017, okay? So we are now going to consider whether Cardano is decentralized enough. Is Cardano decentralized enough? Okay, we know it's a proof of stake, protocol. Okay, it relies on nodes and staking pools to secure the network. Okay, this is a situation where ADA holders, ADA holders can stake their coins. Okay, to secure the network. Okay, they are not selling it; they just purchase them and then stake them to secure the network. Okay, and the security threshold for Cardano is 51%. Any other, like most other protocols out there, okay? There are others with better security credentials than that, but we'll cover that in a separate video, okay? Why it's possible or not possible for Cardano to suffer a 51% compromise, okay? Right. Is Cardano decentralized then? Okay? It is run by the community, and they actually went through a phase where they decentralized the network, okay? By, one of their 5 hard forks at the moment, as far as I can recall. Okay, so it is run by the community. The stake pools are run by the community, and any ADA holder can stake their ADA holdings to help secure the network. Okay, and the the total number of ADA coins that are being staked, they range from 69 to 73% at any point in time. Okay, so that's very high and that's very impressive. So for that, I give Cardano 7.5 out of 10. Okay, what about on security? Okay, is Cardano as a blockchain secure enough? Okay, we know Cardano uses totally different, programming languages to majority of the blockchains out there. Okay, and they use a programming language called Haskell. Okay, and that's not a common programming language, and it's also used for those applications that have got a high threshold requirement for security. So that is one of the things, and the blockchain as well was audited, and everything. Every hard fork that is being implemented, it's also being audited before anything happens. So we know Cardano, in terms of security, it is highly secure. That combined with the staking by the community as well. So Cardano is a highly decentralized protocol, and in terms of security, so far it hasn't suffered anything. So it is a very secure protocol or blockchain project. Okay, what about, so we give on security, we give Cardano 7.5 out of 10. Okay, what about scaling? At the moment, Cardano does suffer from scaling issues. Okay, whenever there's high traffic, it slows down. Okay, we know very recently there was an issue with one of their DEXs launching a DEX called Sunday Swaps. Okay, people were waiting for days, even weeks, just to make swaps. So it was very slow. But then you could attribute that to high traffic. It was the ADA token was in high demand, and people, because people had been waiting for a long time to start using DeFi on Cardano. That was to be expected. Even for the event, Sunday Swaps and IOH, who are responsible for developing the blockchain, they did put out warnings that this was to be expected. Okay, so yeah, everyone is talking about Hydra, which is going to be ushered in by the Basho era. Okay, the Basho era is going to be focusing on optimization, scaling, and interoperability. So everyone is, we are all waiting, keenly waiting to see what's going to happen. If the numbers they're talking about are anything to go by, it's going to be massive for the blockchain. Because at the moment, it's only Solana who can do that, but they've got their own issues that I'm not going to delve into for this moment in time. Okay, we hope if Cardano can achieve a decent percentage of what they're claiming or what they're aiming for, it will be, groundbreaking. Okay, so I'm going to give Cardano currently 5 out of 10. Whilst it hasn't gone down, it is still slow when there's high traffic. But then it also depends on what time you join the protocol or the network. If you join during European mornings, it's quieter. But then if you join afternoons when it's the North American or the American morning, it's very busy. The Americans, they are always crushing the network. Americans, way to go, man. Okay. Now, interoperability. Here we're looking at whether the blockchain is, extends itself, across its own boundaries and attempting to work with other networks, blockchains, and so forth. Okay. And is it designed within the protocol's core software? Okay. For Cardano, yes, it is designed within the software's core software. Okay. The Cardano protocol or the Cardano blockchain is designed for interoperability as a core value proposition. That alone, my friends, that's what you're looking for. You want something that is designed from the ground up to focus on things like interoperability. Okay, very few blockchains that are designed to address interoperability, because most of the blockchains have just been aiming to be number one and exclude everyone else. Whereas projects like Cardano, Polkadot, and Cosmos, they're looking at the industry as a whole, not just themselves, okay, which is commended, okay? So because Cardano is designed for interoperability, I'll give it a 10 based on that commitment designed for interoperability, okay? We're yet to see cross-chain linking and networking and stuff, but because it's part of the criteria, if it's designed for that, we give it maximum points, and I'm going to give Cardano 10 points out of 10, okay? What about the project team? Okay, are they on public platforms? Yes, they are. We know Charles Hoskinson has got his own YouTube channel and he's doing quite well at that. Okay, so yes, the project team itself is accessible, on public platforms, be it websites, social media such as Twitter and Discord and so forth. And when I went to their website, it was impressive. So the project teams for Cardano are structured in the following ways. Okay, there are two for-profit entities that are tasked with developing Cardano, the blockchain. Okay, you got IOHK, which is Input Output Hong Kong, which is led by the founder Charles Hoskinson. Okay, that does most of the development. And then you also got another company, Emugo. Okay, they also founding partners for the Cardano blockchain. Okay, and they did quite a lot during the early days, and they're still doing quite a lot even now. Okay, the collaboration seem to be going quite well so far. Okay, and then third part of the equation is the Cardano Foundation, which is a independent governance entity that is looking at how the Cardano blockchain is being governed and coordinating all the efforts from different sides, from the community, IOHK and Emugo and all the other stakeholders. Okay, and the total number of all the people working, across those three entities is coming up to 464. So you're looking at Cardano Foundation has got approximately 29 staff or employees or members. IOHK, Input Output Hong Kong, has got 392 or somewhere thereabouts, and then you also have Emugo 43. Forgive me, guys, if I've forgotten other parties to this collaboration. Okay, these are the ones I thought I would list for now. There might be a lot more, because I think in the past I've heard Charles talking about over 600. I believe that's true. But I can't confirm that. Okay, I'm sure there are other ways to get more information, or it might be that the websites have been searching for staff numbers are not up to date yet. Okay. So in terms of project team, I'll give them 10 out of 10. Social media on Twitter. Do they have any presence on Twitter? Cardano. Okay. So a quick search shows me that Cardano's Twitter page has got 1.2 million followers. Okay. Again, we will give maximum possible at this moment in time, because we are not going for 10 out of 10, which is 100%. Why? Because we're still aiming to get that mass adoption. Okay. Where we go crazy. We're talking of tens of millions, hundreds of millions, if not billions. Okay, if you can have a billion followers, I'll certainly reconsider and maybe give 10 out of 10. But for now, I'm afraid it's 7.5, which is still impressive. Social media, i.e. Discord. Okay, yes, Cardano has got Discord presence, and so far from my brief searches, managed to come across 690 members of their Discord community. Even though they're split according to geographical locations, there is a total for all those. Okay, it was there. I didn't do any calculations at all. Okay, so 690, and that also is over 40,000, which is our threshold. So we give 7.5 out of 10, again, just as with Twitter. Okay. And age of the project. Okay, Cardano formally launched in 2017, but it was created in 2015. Okay, created 2015, formally launched in 2017, and we'll give it 7.5. It is relatively old, not old, but it's relatively old. Okay, 7.5 out of 10. Use cases. Okay, here Cardano has got use cases in bucket loads. I can't even start to imagine the scope of the Cardano use cases just yet. Okay, maybe we've got to wait until projects actually start launching on the blockchain. This is how the Cardano blockchain aims to address real life problems through the following use cases. Education. Okay, the project is looking at a credential verification using Atala Prism. Okay, which is being championed and driven by IOHK. Okay, then you go to retail. Okay, here is authentication via counterfeit technology called Atalascan. Okay, agriculture. Okay, they are looking at traceability, supply chain tracking via Atala Trace. Okay, government. These are the local governments or country governments. Okay. There is something called Atala Prism. Okay, this has got something to do with identity and so forth. Okay. And then finance, okay? We are looking at our onboarding using Know Your Customer and anti-money laundering via Atala Prism, okay, also being managed and worked on by IOHK, okay. And then healthcare, which is my forte, okay. Medicine traceability, anti-counterfeit, okay. Yes, that's a big issue, and yes, people can stick, especially around CE marking. I got to gripe about this. People can stick CE marking on anything, even though it does not meet any standards whatsoever. Okay, so if we can get traceability that addresses that, that would be brilliant. So that is my mini rant. Traceability around CE marking and product verification and food traceability. I'm looking forward to that, and I'm probably going to borrow some of the technology and move it across, or bring industries from the other side and bring them onto the blockchain. That's probably the way to do it. Okay, so on use cases, I also give Cardano 7.5 because the potential is just huge. You can pretty much run a country based on this, okay, let alone a company. Okay, now we get on to token generation. Okay, tokens issued at launch or before launch. Okay, Cardano, they avoided a proper ICO. They went for something through vouchers and stuff, and it was all done in Japan and a few other Asian countries. Okay, and they sold 25.9 billion coins at launch. That is very good. Okay, it means you lock out all the vouchers, okay, all the VCs. Okay, guys, don't be offended. That's how most people see you, okay, in the real world. Okay, in my part of the world, we call you asset strippers. That's probably an old one, but yeah, there you go. Okay, so they issued 25.9 billion, which was which is 57.6% of total available, okay, in 2017. So for that, I give them 5 out of 10. Okay, what about tokens in circulation? Currently, there is approximately 33 to 34 billion in circulation. Again, that's quite impressive. And then if you consider that around 70% of those are being staked, even better. Okay, tokens in circulation, we give them 5 out of 10. Tokens at Genesis, we give them 5 out of 10. Maximum tokens available, it's a big number, but then it's 45 billion. Our scale says anything between, I think, between 20 and 100, or 20 and 50, we give 2.5. That's what we give them here. And then inside the token allocation, the information I come across is stating a 16% insider holding of the Cardano token ADA. Okay, so that is on the low end. Okay, but it will, it falls out of the range to give it maximum scores, which is 10 out of 10. It misses by just 1 percentage point. Okay, so I give it 7.5 out of 10. Okay, so guys, that's it. There you have it. That's ADA. That's Cardano. Okay, Cardano, the blockchain. Okay, that's how it performed. Okay. So what do we think the summary is? Do we think Cardano is a blockchain, is a no-go, could go to zero? It's a potential project, or go for it, relatively safe? Okay, here we go. Cardano, 90 out of 130. Potential. So far, that's the first project that is done now. Okay, so there is more to this project than meets the eye. Okay, and I think that 90%, it might be questionable in certain areas where the score is higher or lower, but I think the score itself is reflective of the way this project has been done. Okay, everything about this project is had scientific underpinning. There's been research papers written, well over 100 research papers on different things. So this project could probably be the blueprint for the future. Okay, it's hard when you're doing it for the first time, but the projects that will follow onto Cardano's blueprint, they will probably benefit the most. Okay, probably not for Cardano, but those that are going to adopt the same blueprint, they'll benefit the most. Guys, what do you think? Do you think ADA is a good coin to hold? Do you think Cardano is a project to hold? Okay, do you think it's got a future? Do you think 90 out of 130 is an accurate reflection of what you view Cardano to be as a project, as a blockchain? Comments down below. Okay, guys, don't forget to click like and subscribe, as well as smash that notification bell. Okay, thank you very much for watching today, and see you in the next one.